given. Why given? Because really we have been given so much, but if we don't recognize and receive what we've been given, it's very difficult to give back in a way that's sort of abundant and super abundant. Sometimes it's like this driven quality of I have to prove myself, or what's been called a culture of scarcity, which is absolutely not true in the Christian life, but we can fall prey to that. And so the idea that we've been given so much, and to let these young women have an environment where they can receive that, and then recognize all the gifts that they have to give.
And so the program was built also on three aspects, which was to immerse these women in an opportunity for faith formation, really practical, personal encounter with the Lord Jesus Christ and with their faith, to be provided in the midst of the programming with really specific leadership training, so that they would walk away with skills that they didn't have when they came. And lastly, that they would come to know each other as a community of persons. 300 young women from throughout this country, representing every state in the nation, who together now are something of a community that can be sustained by way of the friendships that are born here in this place.
Charism.
Oh my goodness, thank you. Well, we were actually asked to do this really on behalf of the CMSWR and as a service to the church. And so first and foremost, it's not just us. We did a lot of the work, but it's really on behalf of, and any community would have done it had they been asked. So just to say that, but can I connect it to the charism of life? Yes, I can. Because the charism of life is really about life, not just physical life, right? Physical life is a beautiful gift, and one we want to reverence and respect, because it's the gateway, the first place where that can open up and allow us to receive the fullness of life. But the fullness of life is actually is not limited to physical life, right? So it's spiritual life, and bringing people to life. And when I think of women, when you look at the history of the world and what God does with the yes of one woman, and what the yes of one woman does for the hearts of societies, families, cultures, because when her heart is free and she can love, then life comes into the world, right? So physically that is true, right? But physically that's like an analogy for something bigger, and a sign of something that even is beyond the physical. So when a woman is free and really is loved, more than free, a woman is free because she is loved. That's a fact. When a woman knows she's loved, she experiences freedom and peace. When a woman has that level of security, nothing can stop her. Nothing, no fear, you look at women in war-torn areas, you look at women in great crisis situations. When a woman is loved and free, she becomes a beacon of freedom and peace and light for all those around her. And so if you take that into our current culture here, and we're not in a war-torn area in the United States, but boy, interiorly are we. Most young women are living interiorly in war zones, and most young women are really tied up. It doesn't take long to meet with young women to hear the ways that they've been hurt, the ways they've been, their dignity has been damaged, lies have been spoken into them. And so for me to create a forum like this where we can say that is not truth, and that is not true about you, and there is something deeper and stronger and more beautiful, and that is who you are, and we're here to say yes to that along with you. This forum, not just this particular event, but anything that is like this, will create a wave of freedom and peace and love throughout our church and our culture. And so that is life to me. That's the life of Christ, and that's the life he came to give.